Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. My name is Reggie, founder and CEO of Hydro, and we have our monthly wrap up. Let's get into it. Just a little bit of pretext. I'm going to talk about obviously our main things, product, tech, and stuff, and then talk about like what we've accomplished so far. Go a little bit off script. Let's start with tech and product. So proof of time. There's a number you're going to hear here. It's basically how many seconds are spent by people on Hydro-enabled sites, right? So in the month of November, Hydro recorded 10.8 billion seconds with about 128 million unique sessions in November. Mind you, November, we had paused Hydro as a monetization solution. This is still people with everything on right now, which is some crazy numbers if you think about it. Geyser, our task to earn platform, again, is in UAT, shared with a small group of customers for real world feedback and refinement. Hydro Plus, reward system upgrade. We're introducing multiple reward pools tailored to different publisher categories. So before there was just two categories. So we had Freemium, publishers aren't paying anything, and then we had Plus, publishers are paying a small fee. Half it is used to buy back and burn our token, half it is used to buy and stake SUI, and the yield then pays back the publisher. There's a third tier being introduced as well. This is in regards to an overall change that's happening into Hydro Online as a monetization tool, right? So just going into that a little more, freemium tiers have the lowest share in terms of the reward pool. The plus first tier would have the second highest share, and the third would be the most share from reward pool. As a reminder, all rewards going out are in USDT. This is also a reflection of the change that's coming up as well. So integrating of on-ramping solutions is now complete, which is basically MoonPay, and now we're currently working with PayPal as well. Doing a bunch of stuff on load testing and regarding scalability, etc. Scaling enhancements. Kafka partitioning, performance testing completed successfully. The production architecture specification has been finalized with implementation support from an AWS infrastructure partner. This is a big issue here. So bot tracking and mitigation, our proof of concept has been completed. Production specs are currently under third-party review for added reliability. So when we're saying bot, it basically means publishers that are using bot traffic to kind of game the system and get an unfair advantage. Database partitioning successfully implemented in the first production environment during the first week of November, ensuring smoother and faster operations. Team handled 52 support tickets in the month of November. Moving on to marketing updates, expanding multimedia content. You will start noticing content is going to change again. Back to video, but almost seen in November, we had more, let's say, generic posts. We're going to move more into research and data-driven based content. Look like about an 80-20 split. So 80 would be more data, more in-depth blogs, whereas 20% would be, let's say, a little more generic, a little more edgy. This is a big thing that we'll share sometime soon. Is our 2025 roadmap, and I'm going to talk, before I go into the numbers of last month in terms of social media and users and stuff. We started in March acquiring Hydro publishers, right? In the span of 6-7 months till we paused operations on the Hydro Plus side, we acquired almost 10,000 or 11,000, just say 10,000 publishers signed up with us, and we acquired 23 million end users those are people that are using sites with Hydro enabled. We have a very clear way to access these users, and we have a very large publisher base and user base. So we've, as a core team, we've been fairly silent on this, but this is probably the first time I'm mentioning this publicly. We looked at our roadmap, and this is what we have as Hydro and what we're building, right? We are a monetization suite for publishers. As long as our publishers make money, we grow, and everything does very well, right? So when you look at it from a high level, as we have more publishers, we get access to their users, right? We can drive them to our products and services, such as fractionalization of SUI, NEAR, et cetera, et cetera. We've kind of developed a roadmap and prioritized and deprioritized items, which one drives revenue for publishers, which obviously we get a cut, which is good, and it's fiat-based revenue, most importantly. And then products that we're able to funnel those publishers' visitors into our ecosystem, so be it our Community Plus program, our Loyalty Plus program, fractionalization, a bunch of different things, that comes afterwards. So that's how our roadmap is kind of being set up. There's no product we're looking at that serves the need of publishers first, which is in terms of monetization as well. So our original Hydro Online product has now been tweaked a bit. The changes have not been announced yet. And there's a second new product we're going to introduce as well, which is again tailored towards monetization for publishers as a secondary option to monetize their content users, etc. Right? Then we go down from there into how do we get those users, those website visitors into the ecosystem, right? And that's where our roadmap is basically going into, and of course TG as well. Right? Social media growth. 642 replies, 14% increase, 13 bookmarks, 225% jump, 5 shares. Telegram, our Telegram has about 26.5k members, 1k messages in the last week. Instagram, we're nearing 15k followers. TikTok, 181 new accounts reached. Yeah, slow but steady. So yeah, the main thing I want to talk about is just this it's not a shift, but more of a focus, because the more publishers we have, the more websites, the more applications we have, the larger user base that we can tap into of these publishers that we can drive into the ecosystem. So the products and services, while they're the main product of the monetization platform is being tweaked a bit, the introduction of a new product, which is specific for monetization for publishers, it allows them to monetize very well. It gives them another option to monetize. It scales the revenue. We're able to get more publishers, which means we get access to more users, which we can drive those users into our ecosystem, which just means for the whole ecosystem to be more healthy. And obviously they start using the token and a lot of other things. And you know, this is what I'm about to say is going to be interesting, but running Gather back before, one of the issues is that there was no heavy MRR, monthly recurring revenue. There were small amounts, but for any company in crypto to last beyond one cycle, you need revenue, and not like small amounts. Because the token itself is also a product, and you have to think about that. To sustain operations, to sustain a healthy liquidity environment, you need users, you need revenue, right? Whether that's coming directly into the token or it's coming in fiat and then it goes in the ecosystem, that is so important. So that's what we've been prioritizing, and basically if our publishers make revenue, we make revenue. That's the most important thing, right, in terms of fiat. That's what we're focusing on. So yeah, just to highlight some of the numbers again, you know, about 24 million lifetime users, about 7 million, I believe, uniques per month. About 25% of that is from the United States alone, so some pretty valuable audiences, if you will. And we have some really healthy numbers growing on, and about 10,000 publishers so far, and this is what, 6-7 months. This thing is like a hockey curve, right? And we weren't anticipating growth like that so quickly, to be very honest. And I'm very excited for when we relaunch Hydro Online with the changes that we're talking about. I think it's going to really explode quickly. Yeah, that's it for now, guys. Thank you very much, and as always, if any questions, just drop me a DM. Thank you.